Hello, back again to do another unboxing and review. This review is going to continue a series I've been doing on cheap, or you could say affordable, consumer electronic products. In this case, it's a peripheral earbuds. Now, before we go any further, some of you might be asking, why is he even bother reviewing these El Cheapo earbuds and cheap MP3 players, etc.? And the reason I do that is it's kind of like looking at the other end of the spectrum, and I find it's actually telling how good a company is at manufacturing or innovating products if they can make a good product when the price point is, in this case, $8, and that's what they're selling at. So we can only guess how cheap it is for them to make these. So can they do a good job with that? And let's talk about the company. Ativa, or Ativa, not sure how you pronounce it, but what I do know about them was, well, at the time I purchased this, nothing. I've never heard of Ativa or Ativa before. And only after I bought these, I decided to kind of look at what else do they make. And it seems they make paper shredders, CDRs, label makers, and a USB extension cord. So yes, this is a very kind of out there. They do make other things, but I've never heard of them. And in a way, that's actually good for what I want to do here. So looking at a brand I've never heard of before. So let's get to this particular product. As you can already see, they're metal earbuds. And they say you enjoy audio with pause, play, and volume controls. And if we look there, we can see that that's on that inline, I assume, mic right there. Well, of course, we'll see that when we open it. You can make and receive hands-free phone calls, so meant to use with your smartphone. And on the back, it just has some of the, okay, we'll go through it real quick. So it's make and receive hand calls, we saw in the front. The volume and pause and play, we saw that in front. Flat cord design, resist tangling. 2 extra sizes of ear pads included for optimum fit, and it uses a 3.5 millimeter plug. Interesting enough, if you look here, it says 100% quality assured, and they actually give you a customer care number right there, which actually I thought is pretty nice. Usually you have to kind of go into the instruction manual to get that, but they offer that there right on the front. So I will say that kind of shows some, I guess, pride or some confidence. There you go. They had some confidence in their product. Okay, and all right, now on the bottom you don't see. It's just take a quick look around the edges there, and what I noticed. Let's talk about the packaging before we open it. I really like this packaging. It's really kind of simple. The product, the actual product, takes front and center. Not a picture, but you actually get to see the item. And also, I like how it's not too loud and in your face. I mean, Ativa, this could be written in big, bold red going all the way across, but notice they don't. It's kind of this kind of cool, kind of modern silver color, which also works really well since these are that kind of modern silver, well, of course, metal. So that kind of works with the actual product. I do believe these are come in different colors. Of course, this is the pair I picked up. And yeah, so let's go ahead and unbox them. Alright, so it's just secured with a little pull-out tab here. No tape. Okay, I'll play that. Looks to be on a tray, which is handy. Actually, very handy. It all came out in one pool. Okay, and there it is. So here are the extra, or the various sizes of cushion, or they go in here. Okay, and this is the, let's see, yes, it is a flat cord like they promised. Your 3.5 millimeter. It is straight, it's not a right angle. I prefer a right angle plug, but okay, so be it. Moving on to the actual earbud here, earbuds. Okay. They are cool, so they are in fact metal. I'm guessing that thinner aluminum, like they make out of those, they use those to make those cheap LED flashlights you see at the gas station for like $5 or whatever. Okay, the back. So there you go. I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but you may be able to see that kind of grayish, bluish tint to it. Okay. The wire going into the actual earbud does have this little jacket around. Hopefully that'll add some durability to them. And okay, as far as labeling, are they labeled right and left? I do not see that at this point. Of course, only one has this on it, so once you figure out what's right and left, you'll know every time you put them in. Also might notice if I hold it here that these aren't, they're angled. So the main driver here is at an angle to the actual part that goes into your ear. And that's on both of them, of course. So, alright. Now let's look at the inline mic / controller here. So you have 3 buttons. They're labeled, okay, here's positive, here's negative, and then in the middle you have pause or play pause. So, yep, now let's look see if there's a mic hole in here. That might be it there. If that's coming up, see that little pinhole there. Alright, so go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and test these. Tell you my experience since I've actually had these on my head and in my ears. I can tell you that they sound way better than I expected. Granted, I wasn't expecting a lot, but even so, these do a very good job. And at the price point, again, I'm going to bring that up. At the price point of $8, these are great. Let's talk about this. I did hook this up to my smartphone. And I used it, and I had someone call me, and I just answered the call to make sure that that works. And so you hit the play pause button, obviously, and I took the call. And the person said they were able to hear me fine, so I guess the microphone works as well. So, all right, then now let's go ahead and talk about this here. As you can see, actually, I hooked this. Let me show you a picture of what this looks like when it's hooked up to a smartphone. Okay, so yes, this would have been better if this was a right angle plug. I prefer those, and even if it wasn't going to be a right angle plug, I think they could have shortened this a bit. It's true, it does help, as I said earlier, to pull it and push it in, but yeah. So, but again, it's not that it's defective or causes any lack of performance. It's just not as compact as it could be. So, other than one big thing. I've looked at these for a while now, and I cannot find the L and R to tell you what side's which. There were no instructions. I know, looking for instructions to see what ear's which is pretty lame, but I was going to make sure I was thorough, and no, there are no instructions telling you that. I went ahead and just assumed the one with the remote here is the right, since most people are right-handed. Yeah. However, if you're really, really curious and you have to absolutely know, there are numerous things you can download where it just plays some sound on the right channel, then some on the left, so that you can figure out what ear's which. So, but other than that, bang for your buck, I definitely would recommend these. In fact, get a couple extra pair. Why not? And yeah, you can save your high quality Shure headphones or whatever you're using, and just use these at the gym. And again, if you lose these, not a big deal, $8, but they do sound better than $8 worth. So I guess it's a deal.